we're back here with Billy and we're just talking about dental care now. Let's talk about dental care. Why is it that we spend so much time talking about dental care and holistic medicine and in all medicine? When there's a lot of plaque on the teeth, the bacteria can seed in the organs, the heart, and cause a valvular endocarditis. It can seed in the kidney, it can seed in the liver. It's very, very important that you keep the bacteria as much as you can from building into plaque or tartar. And so the other thing that's really important is to realize that gingivitis and stomatitis, let him go with that, can be a separate issue. Gingivitis and stomatitis can be related to the immune system, and there are certain autoimmune diseases that the stomatitis. So stomatitis is where there's big red inflammation on the back pillars of the mouth, whereas gingivitis is kind of like usually right at the tooth line. There's inflammation or kind of a red line that you'll see for the basic gingivitis, and then it can get worse from there. If you see, when you open your cat's mouth and you see all red mucosal lining, then you can imagine that that redness, that inflammation extends throughout the cat's intestinal tract. It's not just isolated to the mouth oftentimes. So really important to keep those teeth brushed. For the gingivitis and stomatitis, I use herbs and supplements. Stomatitis can get so bad that, the conventional vets will want to take out all the teeth, and that's not always such a bad idea, to be honest, because it's gotten to be so bad. But people need to realize that it's an autoimmune disease, and it's a general inflammation disease. So we use acupuncture and herbs to try to regulate the immune system's response. So this is a big topic. We could talk about dental care and mouth disease and everything for hours, but I just want to give you the basics on how to brush your animal's teeth. We talked in a previous video about how to get them ready for brushing their teeth, and so now I'm just going to show you how I would brush Billy's teeth. Generally, I would not use just a finger toothbrush, though you could. I would actually extend it into being more of a soft child's toothbrush. This is a kitty one. Excuse me, but you can use one with a little bigger head, but the main thing is that it's really soft. This one actually might be a little too firm in my opinion for most cats. I'd like to have that a little softer. And then this is just a store-bought toothpaste that Trish had, and it doesn't matter too much except that if you really have tartar, you're going to need something stronger. And I'll tell you, there's two things that I use. So this is like a malt flavor or chicken flavor or something. So CET is another option. Those are conventional toothpaste that cats don't dislike, which is kind of a good way to start doing a good flavor toothpaste. However, Pet's Life makes an oral gel. It's like PETZLIFE, makes an oral gel that they sell on Amazon and most of the pet stores that are healthy pet stores. And it's essential oil based, and it will actually kind of slowly erode the tartar on the teeth. So it's a great thing to know about if you actually get tartar. And you've been brushing his teeth, so you don't have any tartar, which is great. But I know, I'll check the other side. We'll see. No problems. But so there's also Luba 3. Those are both sort of things that you actually put on a toothbrush and brush their teeth with. You can make your own out of baking soda, and I would use like a tablespoon of baking soda to 1 drop of perhaps lavender would be a nice one, or 1 drop of mint. All essential oils are antimicrobial, so they'll help with the breath, and both of those are really safe. Again, you wouldn't normally want to use a lot of essential oils internally for a cat because they can be toxic, but one drop in a whole bunch of baking soda, and then you make a slurry with water, and you can just tap the toothbrush into that homemade toothpaste. So that's just one idea. But it's good to have actually something on the teeth that will be antimicrobial and also cut down on the tartar. So you can use any of those products. And so you can also just use a plain toothbrush with nothing, maybe a diluted hydrogen peroxide. If you get much hydrogen peroxide internally, that can cause vomiting. So it's like, I know, no perfect answer. Okay, let's bring them on up. We'll just do a quick little brush on those teeth. So we want to try to get both the canines and the molars. think he's had enough of you today. He's being really good. But again, I want to give him some security with my body. I'm going to use my chest and my arms. And I'm going to bring his gums back like that. And I'm just going to do a quick little brush. Canine, molar, lower tooth, lower molar. I'm sorry, lower canine. And he likes his toothpaste, so it's good. It's probably good to train your cat with the toothpaste he likes. And that would be plenty of time. That would be like double the time that we would hope for. Do you want to click and treat? Yeah. And our click was a little delayed there. It's okay. Yeah, no, it's perfect. It's good to give him these breaks in between. Then we put a tiny bit of whatever toothpaste, if it's your own, that's fine. A little bit of toothpaste on the other side. And again, I'm using almost none. And even if you use Pet's Life Oral Gel, it tells you to use like half a teaspoon or something. You don't. You just, I mean, I don't, I should say. I just use a little tiny bleb of whatever I'm going to use because it's like they don't like the flavor that much. So why stress the situation? All right, let's go to the left side. And again, we're gonna, when we are checking the cat's oral cavity, we also check the top of the canine for neck lesions, which means it's a little tiny way that the tooth is starting to recede. The calcium's, and this cat has no neck lesions, but it would be at the gum line itself. See how there's no line of redness here? And I just need to use my body a little more. And then the most important place to get is this back molar, even the upper P2, those all can collect tartar. And he doesn't have any gingivitis much at all. He has, I'd say, none. So this is how I'm gonna hold him for the other side. Again, look what I'm doing with him, stabilizing his right side with my elbow. Look at my right elbow, what that's doing. Very important here. I'm stabilizing his head with my hand. Good boy. I'm telling him he's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Okay, let's click him now. Good. Generally, you want to click when you're doing the procedure. At the very end, where you stretched out the time, where you feel like the animal would be not tolerating it another second. That's when you want to click. So, good. Let's give him a break.
All right. Wait, we're going.
Down we're going. That was perfect. So, we talked about how to brush the cat's